Kitty Gordon.
Do I know you guys? Do I
Did good.
know you?
Where'd my beer go? I put it down like over here somewhere.
Just fucking.
Oh, it's over here.
Okay, before we get going,
Get it going,
I'm
get
going to
it
ask you to sit close to Grandma here.
It's already recording.
Recording?
I want to cover Grandma's ears because it's about to get weird. Yeah, ear month. Hey, so good evening, everyone. Before I get going on about David and Lindsay, I want to take a second to thank the parents of both the bride and the groom, Tracy and Mike, mother and father of Lindsay, and then Jan and Dave, mother and father of David. Thank you very much. Without this, the celebration wouldn't have been possible. Also, special thanks to everybody who's traveled considerable distance to be with David and Lindsay today. I know it means a lot to them. For those of you who don't know, I'm David's younger brother, Jason. I know it's pretty easy to tell. Basically look like twins. Different body types, different facial features, skin tones, hair, different heights, but basically twins. I have to be honest here. I spent a considerable amount of time on YouTube looking at other best man speeches for inspiration and ideas. Unfortunately, I can't say that I can take credit for setting the happy couple up. Can't say that I played a pivotal role in keeping them together. I can, however, tell that I do know complete and utter happiness in regards to my brother. The ear-to-ear smile, the twinkle in his eye, the boyish happiness like a 10-year-old on Christmas morning. I know happiness when I see it. But enough about David's trip to Oktoberfest. Tonight is about David and Lindsay. David and I are only 3 years apart, and I spent the majority of my life trying to emulate him. In our younger years, David started playing hockey. I quickly followed. David wanted to play soccer, I once again followed. In high school, David and his friends wanted to spend their Friday nights taking Paz's money, then donating it to Derek playing AC-Doocy, and I thought that was a great idea as well, so I jumped in. In college, David thought it was a good idea to spike his hair like a porcupine. For whatever reason, thought it was a good idea to do the same. Along the way, David has helped me avoid the wrath of my mother and father, my father's belt, by making a few poor decisions first, and helping me learn from his mistake. Thanks, David. I owe you 1 or 100. Even though growing up we had a pretty interesting way of showing it, David throwing me through a picture window, me smashing David's 2 front teeth out of his head, David slamming my head against the table as retribution, smashing my front tooth out of my head. We truly did care about each other, and David did have my back. We played on the same hockey team, my first year of high school and David's last. It was a time I'll never forget, some of the most fun I've ever had playing the game, not because our team was any good, but because I got to share all the highs and lows of the season with my older brother, something I never thought I'd be able to do. One of the pinnacle moments for me during the season was in a game when I was getting thrashed around all game and picked on by the other team. You see, I was more of a finesse player. David, on the other hand, wasn't quite a finesse player. More of a grinder, possibly a plumber. Anyways, I was getting picked on the entire game, and it finally came full circle when I started running my mouth a little bit and found myself about to be in a situation that wasn't so favorable. David wasted no time coming to the rescue of his younger brother and taking on one of the guys who had been chasing me around all game. Fighting is not allowed in high school hockey. However, I can't remember if David got kicked out of the game, 10-minute misconduct, or what the penalty was. Needless to say, my mother was not impressed. No matter the consequence, David has always had my back. Whether it's sticking up for me when I rear-ended some crazy lady, helping my then friend, now fiance, move into her apartment when I got called into work, teaching me how to tie a bow tie, or beating up goons on the ice rink. David has, and I know always will have my back, and I will always have his. All stories and anecdotes aside, I am what I am today because of the amazing role model, leader, mentor, bodyguard, and best friend that I've had as my brother for all 27 years of my life. Bridesmaids, total babes. You guys all look very beautiful. I'm honored to share this day with all you guys. Lindsay, you look more beautiful than I ever could have imagined. As much as my brother was a role model to me, I see many of the same qualities in you. She's one of the most thoughtful, caring, wonderful ladies I've ever met, and she continues to bring out the best of my brother each and every day. Gone are the days of going to David's apartment and seeing 45 empty cases of beer like a couch. And here are the days when we find 2 cats, a crock pot, but that is dinner every night. extremely helpful to both my fiance and myself throughout our engagement process. During this time, I have only come to appreciate them more and more each day and realize more and more how amazing they both are. Finally, I would like to offer some advice. Makes sense, right? Advice from the couple, advice for the married couple from the younger brother who's never been married. This is a quote I try to use in my everyday life, from work to home to everything in between. It's a quote from a book I was reading, and it goes like this. Matters of great concern should be treated lightly. Matters of small concern should be treated seriously. In other words, focus much of your energy on the small things, the little details that make everything else run smoothly. Do all the little things right, and the major occurrences in life events will take care of themselves. David and Lindsay have a lot to be thankful for. I would like to propose a toast. To a lifetime of health, a lifetime of wealth. To minor fights and greasy porch nights. To more cheers, to more beers. To great family and great friends, and happiness until the end. To the beautiful bride, my brother the groom, here's to you.